And my grandpa was all about it, man. And he always laughed when I would come up with funny shit. And I came up with this bumper sticker, and it looks like an official bumper sticker on my truck. Because I have like a work truck, like a diesel truck. I put a bumper sticker that looks like a company number. For questions or concerns, call 1-800-2-MELAPELAS. And I drive that motherfucker like a beast, you know, hoping that somebody looks behind me and they're like, that guy's driving like a jerk. Fucking call that number right away. 1-800-2-MELAPELAS. Oh, motherfucker. He got me. Fucking got me. I've done it. And it looks real official. It's like so you fall for it, you know? And what's funny is that like I get pulled over by state troopers all the time, you know? And like white state troopers, they don't get it. It's like, well, what company is that? Nila Pila. Who's that? Who's that? That means that you have to know that, like that bumper sticker's on the back of my truck. And I was visiting my grandpa at the hospital, and I decided to go out of town, and he gave me his blessing, and I said, you know what, man? I gotta do something kind to overcome all this shit that I'm going through. Like my grandpa and my dad, they were all in the hospital and stuff. And I'm like, I'm gonna do something kind to like get good karma on my side, you know? And I drive out of the hospital, and I stop at the stoplight, ready to go on the highway. And I'm at this stoplight, first one in line, and it's 5 o'clock traffic, hasta el pinche tronco, right? And I'm there, and I look, and I'm in the middle lane, there's a car in the left lane, and there's like a curb and a median, and there's like a little person there, like a little dwarf, a little woman, with a service dog, like an official service dog. It had a vest and a badge and shit, like signed by Donald Trump and shit. I don't know, like an official dog. And I was like, man, this is my opportunity. This is my opportunity. And have you guys ever done a good deed and it immediately backfires in your fat face, right? That's what happened to me. I did something good hoping that I could feel good about it in my heart, and it immediately just took a giant shit on me, right? And I had this handful of change in my door handle. Like on the door handle of my truck, I put my change there. Y pinche change buena, quarters and dimes, y la buena acá. I even had a 50-cent piece, un tostón. You guys know what a tostón is? Yeah. Some people don't know what a tostón is. What's that? What's a tostin? It's a type of fishing weight. No, it's not. It's stupid. So I grabbed this handful of change, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna make her day right now. And I honk, bop, 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 right? And she looks and she's like, oh, and I lower my window and I'm like, hey. And she starts like, well, she's at the light post, right? And she gets up off her little stool, and then she starts like Rumpelstiltskinning. And I'm there like in the truck, and I'm just doing mental math, like seeing the area she has to cover. And I'm like, that's a long distance. And I'm looking at the lights, and I'm like, oh no. And I could start hearing my heart be like. And I'm just like, and she's like. And she finally gets to the edge of the curb, right? And she's about to just get off, and the lights change, right? And I'm just like, and I don't want her to get run over. She's like super small, like the people wouldn't see her, like she's really small. And I'm just like, miss, ma'am, miss. Like I'm a kid at Socorro Elementary, right? Miss, ma'am. If you're not laughing at that, you went to Socorro, and that was your life. And she finally like looks up, and I'm like, the light, it's green. And everything slows down here, okay? She like opens her eyes real wide and she just opens her arms and she looks at me and she's at the edge of the curb, right? And she's like, throw it! Now I'm faced with a conundrum. Like I'm there like, throw it, I start hearing my heart be like, and I'm looking in my rearview mirror and there's people like, better fucking move, asshole. It's 5 o'clock, this light sucks dick. And I'm just like, And I'm just like, I close my eyes and I'm like, yeah! Like, and as soon as the coins left my hand, I knew it was the wrong choice to make. Like I was just like, oh no! And I look, and then everything like matrixed. You know, it was slow, and I see all the change, like, and I see her eyes at the same time, like, widen up, like, not expecting it to be loose change, like, oh, fuck! And I could see the toston flying in the air. And I pegged this little person square in the fucking dome. Like right in the frontal quadrant. Like replay. Which is ironic because Kennedy's on that toston. I don't know if you guys know that. You feel bad. I felt like the biggest piece of shit. Don't fucking, me. I felt like a piece of shit. I threw it at her. And I felt like the biggest piece of shit in the world. And I paid attention, I'm like, oh no, like a nickel hit her service dog. And I'm just driving away, just like, no, that was terrible. Like, and I want you to understand the feeling I had in my stomach. Anybody a teacher here? Anybody? Yeah, okay. Imagine having, like, you work like a 12, 13-hour shift by itself, right? And maybe you're a germaphobe that refuses to shit anywhere but your house, right? And you had to take a shit early that morning as you got to work. You're like, oh, fuck, I gotta hold this shit in all day, right? And then the person that had bus duty bails out and you have to fill it in, right? And you're just like, fuck, man. Like, you got bus duty, Gutierrez? You're like, oh, I gotta take this shit, right? And you're outside in the hot desert sun and it's just beads of sweat just dripping down your ass crack. Just lubing your ass cheeks, ready for just making that shit just want to come out, right? And you're just, at this point, you're fucking walking around like this. Y'all get on your bus, all right? Yeah. Then, you finally get the last bus gone and you go to your car, which has leather seats. In 112-degree heat, you sit your asshole down on that thing, and that warmth just makes it dilate open. And the shit just is like, oh, looks like we're ready to exit. I'm gonna fucking go. And you're thinking, I'm not gonna shit in my car. No, sir. No, sir. So you grab the side of the seats and you push yourself down on your seat so your shit can be pushed back into your system. That's how I felt after pegging a little person with a fucking 50-cent piece on the damn head. Okay? You're like, oh, I'm gonna have to drink coffee when I get home. That's how I felt, okay, after pegging that little person and the service dog. The only thing that gave me any sort of happiness as I drove away, I'm just thinking, the only thing that would be cool was if somebody was behind me, seeing the whole thing go down, They see me open down the window. It's like, oh, look at that. This man's gonna give this little person some money. What a kind gesture. This is great. And they're like, oh no. Oh no, the lights are changing. No, he's not thinking about, no. Oh my God, he just threw a fistful of change at that midget. He's a monster. Quick, call the number. Call the fucking number. 1-800-2-Milla-Pellas. Oh, motherfucker!
Intercepting times, floating in my vessel's brain. Ever since I got a glimpse of where my soul shall remain, exiting the body to ascend the minds above this plane. There we glide along the past and decide to entertain my homie Eric is pretty like is it Derek and Tilly like Andrew Blake, Aaron Bright in the vacuum of space. I miss the stars when the Malik is blamed. I must admit his bars. My canvas can never paint all of these days. Attorney's skill is the name. Attending bills is the pain. But I do ordain the stains all through all of my mistakes. After all that's what it takes.